everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Mint Out of the Box. I'm your host, the godfather of toys, the J-Bomb. Happy New Year! As we're recording this, we are in the middle of our evening here on the first day of 2023. And before I get on with today's show, I must introduce the lovely one, the nurse, the wife, my life. Producer Steph, how is your New Year's treating you thus far?
It's very good. I'm very happy with New Year's so far.
Because you've only been home for 4 hours of it?
Shit. Literally.
Yes, I spent my first New Year's alone because producer Steph worked till 11 o'clock last night. It was raining horribly here in California, and she didn't get home till after midnight, so the ball dropped, and I was watching either Batman or Suicide Squad. First time in many years I wasn't with a young lady.
We are gathered here today to celebrate the short life.
Anyway, that's just me joking around. But the holidays are officially in the rear view now. We're in that weird time of the year where the toy aisles can either be ripped or sometimes they get replenished with stuff we haven't seen for a while. I've seen some signs of that this week. And then sometimes you find stuff new. But today, I'm going to take you guys way back. And this is something that fell into my lap this holiday season. And I wanted to share it with you because it has some significance here. Back, I think it was on Thanksgiving, or the day before. No, it was on Thanksgiving? No, the day before Thanksgiving. We had our Thanksgiving on a Wednesday. And like I was telling everybody, follow OfferUp, follow certain buyers, follow people on social media that do selling. One of the guys I bought my British Bulldogs from listed this snow speeder. And it was pretty much complete except for the grappling hook and tow cable. And $50. Complete windows. The hatch works. It's a little dirty. I'm going to clean it up. I just put some batteries in it, but I don't know if the batteries are good, so I don't know if it works or not. But the decals are clean. After it's cleaned up, $50 for a vintage. I mean, I tried to replace the tow cable, and the tow cable was like $80, $90. So when it's all said and done, I'm going to have a pretty completed snow speeder for like less than $100. And then, I'm telling you, this is one of the highlights of my year. Finding Vintage Toy Division on Instagram. I bought something off of him off of OfferUp. He ends up living a few blocks over. I follow him on social media. He does these flash sales where every 5 minutes he lists a new figure and you claim them. I'm usually asleep when he's doing it, but I've been on vacation for 3 weeks and I actually caught one live, and I sent him a message like, "Hey, I got the snow speeder. I need a Luke X-Wing for it. I want to put a vintage one in there." And he goes, "Well, I have one coming up tonight." So I was like, "Oh, cool, I'll try to get it." And lo and behold, I got it. And not only did I get it, I got it with the vintage Star Wars backing. I mean, somebody cut out the proof of purchase, but this is the vintage Star Wars card back. We'll have producer Steph inlay some close-ups. But Luke comes with, it's very clean, and comes with the original blaster. These ones are really hard to get in this kind of condition because it was molded in all orange plastic, and the skin features and the white and the black were painted on. So it's kind of hard to get in this kind of condition. But with the card, the pistol, and the figure was $35. I mean, this thing is older than producer Steph.
Hey now.
And so for less than $100, way less than $100, I got this vintage stuff here just by paying attention, making connections, building relationships, being a community. One thing I stress it. Earlier this month, someone posted that they needed a Molly Holly chase. We were able to get a couple for $8 at Target. Thanks, producer Steph's wheeling and dealing. and it's $8. I sent it to the guy for free. I mean, he was very grateful and didn't want to accept it, but I told him it's $8. It's $8 in your. This is what the community's for. I'm not saying everybody go out there and send everybody stuff for free, but I'm a big player to be named later. I'll send you something you need now. You find something down the road I need, you send it to me. A community, and by building the community, I was able to come into something like this. And the reason why, and people are probably going, well, why this? Why this? Oh, and I forgot to mention that when I was standing there paying for my Luke, he actually had the tow cable, or the grappling, or the harpoon part of the gun. So now I need the tow cable and the plug, and it's complete. And he gave it to me because he's super cool. So, and I'm super cool because I'm the godfather of toys and J-Mo.
Are you?
I am. So, I picked these. I really want these two, and I want to talk about it today. Now the holidays are kind of in the rear view because this was my first Star Wars vehicle. I got this for Christmas in 1981, and I didn't have a Luke yet. I didn't get a Luke till later that year. So I had Chewbacca and C-3PO flying in this thing as I went to my grandmother's house for dinner that day. And I remember playing on my grandma's porch, and Chewbacca would shoot the harpoon down to rescue C-3PO over and over and over again from the side of my grandma's porch. And I remember when I finally got this Luke, this is my first ever Luke Skywalker. I didn't have Farm Boy Luke. I didn't get Bespin Luke till later on when Empire Strikes, when they finally released that figure. But when I was sitting there looking at this, it like brought me back to when I was, God, how old was I? 6, 7 years old when I got this. That's over 40 years ago. And now I've got this, and it's not going anywhere. This has come with me to Tennessee. This is gonna, like I said, I don't buy much vintage stuff, but I couldn't pass up on this because I don't have the patience and the desire or the money to replace a vintage Star Wars collection. But it's cool to have a piece of it.
And it's fun with the relationships that you build and finding the stuff and I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, and looking out for all the different pieces.
See, and
it's a fun community.
And like, this is kind of like someone's putting together a car in their driveway. Now I got the grappling hook or the harpoon. Now I just need a tow cable, and it's gonna be all complete. But it's so cool, especially like during the holidays, everyone kind of gets nostalgic. I mean, if you experience the holidays and you have loved ones that have passed or not around no more, you think of relationships with family and friends and significant others. All these stuff hits you, little points here and there. But I always feel like at Christmas, it takes you back to when you were a kid. Those core memories are those Christmases when you were little, because you wait all year. You look at the JCPenney and the Sears Wish books, and you circle the stuff. You see the commercials all year. You go to the store, and your we're going here to buy this, but you get to go look at the toys. Oh, Mom, I want that for Christmas. I want that for Christmas. And then the joy you finally feel on Christmas morning when you get those things. I've told you 1,000 times, like, this is why I do this. This is why I'm in love with this hobby, because it you have so much going on in life with job and works and chores and relationships and kids and parents and neighbors and taxes, political crap, like all this stuff. And I could sit there for a few minutes and just get taken back to that time at my grandma's house on Christmas Day with Chewbacca and C-3PO. And I sat out there and played, and they had to drag me in to go eat real fast, and then went back outside and played again. And I wore that snow speeder out. But thanks to the community, thanks to social media, thanks to apps and things like that, I got a piece of it back. And this is going to be a nice addition to my collection. I'm looking forward to just cleaning it up, displaying it. So with that, I'd like to thank Vintage Toy Division. Thank you so much for everything you do. We'll post that at the bottom. Please follow him on Instagram. He's bound to post something that you'll be into. He does a lot of vintage Star Wars. Reasonably priced. Do me a favor right now. Go to eBay. Put Luke X-Wing. You'll see something that look like they got eaten by the Wampa monster. And they want $80, $90 for it. No gun or nothing. Here it is, $35. I mean, it's $30 more than they probably sold at the stores back then. But that's not a bad market for something that's almost 40 years old. But like I said, a complete figure for 35. I mean, you're paying almost $20 nowadays for a Star Wars figure that they make now that has nowhere near the nostalgia, because the new ones, they look cool. You could display them, you could open them up and set them out and do whatever with. But you know how many hours I played with my Luke X-Wing? How many adventures I had with my Luke X-Wing? How many times he climbed the AT-AT? And then when I finally got an X-Wing, I like I said earlier, how this thing is all molded in orange. I know because I wore mine out. I wore mine down to where there was nothing left because I played with it so much. Insert joke here. So, with that, thank you guys again for another year. 2023 is actually part of my third year. My actual 2-year anniversary is coming up in February. I'd like to thank everybody who takes time every week to watch my videos, show them to people. Trying to grow the channel, and without you, I couldn't do it. So thank you very much for taking the time. If you like this video, please go the extra mile and share it with somebody. Post it somewhere. Something. Take your mom and dad's phone, subscribe for them. Take your kids' phone, subscribe them. Take your parents' phone, subscribe them. And help me grow the channel. And I'll keep trying to bring you guys entertaining what's the word I'm looking for?
Quality reviews.
Quality reviews, quality content every week. So, with that, this is the Godfather Toys of J-Bomb for the lovely one producer Steph, saying Happy New Year. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Dun, 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 dun. New from The Empire Strikes Back, Snow Speeder. They're the AT-AT walkers. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. You turned it off, right?